Hey everyone, welcome to Humzy Plays, and this is episode review of Pokemon Sun and Moon, episode 137, Guzma the Undefeated. I'm glad that Ash was the one to defeat Guzma, and I'm glad that Guzma sort of learned his lesson and they kind of wrapped up his character arc and his development, and he saw that he was wrong, and he learned that being a Pokemon trainer is about caring for your Pokemon, and it's about working together with your Pokemon, and that's why Guzma wasn't able to win those tournaments and defeat Kukui, because he never treated his Pokemon with respect. And I'm glad that he was able to learn that in his battle with Ash. So in the beginning we see Ash's Torracat battling Guzma's Golisopod, and Torracat puts up a good fight, but then Torracat does seem pretty injured, so then he faints. And I'm glad that Plumeria has been sort of showing us an introspective on Guzma, like showing us that he has never won any tournaments really, and he always gets second place. And I like that we also learned that Guzma always fights battles that he knows he can win, so that's why he's called Guzma the Undefeated. Even Hollis says that Guzma could have become a great trainer if he learned that one thing he was missing, that one thing he couldn't learn, and I think Guzma learned it in this episode, which is teamwork and respect with your Pokemon. I'm glad that Guzma was also impressed by Ash, and he seemed surprised by Ash's determination and his attitude of never giving up until the end. I think the turning point for Guzma was when he saw his Golisopod standing there and taking the attack, and I think he was like impressed by Golisopod not running away from the attack, and that was the moment of realization for Guzma. And that's when he decided to like enjoy the battle, go all out in the battle, and to try his best to win the battle. And we also see this nice little montage of Guzma kind of realizing everything of what he's been doing wrong basically his whole life, and basically look how he has been looking at things the wrong way. And I'm glad that we see this development from Guzma, but I'm glad in the end when Guzma loses, he picks up Golisopod and he says, "Let's go," to Golisopod, and Golisopod kind of looks surprised that Guzma is acting nice to him. But I think that Guzma has had a change of heart, and we see Professor Kukui tell Guzma, "I'll see you at the league next time." And Guzma, I mean, he doesn't say anything, but I'm sure that meant something to him. So yeah, I'm glad they let Ash defeat Guzma. I'm looking forward to Ash versus Gladion next. I mean, I'm rooting for Ash all the way, and I feel like Ash has a good chance of winning. I mean, he's basically been living with Professor Kukui for the entire series, and he's like living with the champion of Alola. I want Ash to figure out that Professor Kukui is the Royal Mask by the end of the series, because I think that'll be a really nice moment. And yeah, it'll be really sad by the end of the series when we see Ash leaving Professor Kukui and Professor Burnett. I think that Professor Kukui is the closest thing that Ash has had to a father figure in the entire Pokemon series, and I think that they've developed a really good relationship, so I feel like those two are destined to battle. It would make total sense for them to battle. I personally think that if Ash loses to Gladion, it'll be even worse than when Ash lost to Alan, because there's just so much development and foreshadowing that shows that Ash will be facing off against Kukui. I mean, even in the opening title, we get this shot of Kukui looking out into the field, and we see Ash and Professor Kukui, because we see Pikachu and Incineroar, and that's gotta be Professor Kukui. So there's just so much foreshadowing telling us that Ash and Professor Kukui are going to battle, and it would just be so disappointing if Ash ends up losing to Gladion and not facing Professor Kukui. Professor Kukui is like one of the coolest Pokemon professors there is, and he was a champion of his own region. Like, how cool is that? He was like the champion the first time you battled the Pokemon League in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Like, he was the champion. And it just goes to show that the Pokemon professors are actually very strong, and yeah, I don't think we've ever battled a Pokemon professor before, other than like that glitch in Pokemon Red and Blue version where you can battle Professor Oak. But yeah, this was the first region where you actually battled the Pokemon Professor. So those are my thoughts on this episode. Let me know your guys' thoughts. If you think Ash can win this league, let me know. If you think Ash is gonna lose, let me know. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.